If you're over 60, there's a quiet health decision you make nearly every single morning without even realizing it. And that decision is what kind of milk you reach for. You might pour it in your coffee, add it to your oatmeal, or blend it into a smoothie. But here's the thing, not all milk is doing your body any favors, especially after a certain age. In fact, some of the most popular milk options can actually be undermining your strength, making it harder for your heart, brain, and bones to keep up with you. On the flip side, there are a few underrated, highly nutritious, plant-based milk alternatives that can completely flip the script, supporting your memory, energy levels, digestion, even your sleep. And no, we're not talking about boring or bland swaps. We're talking about smooth, creamy, surprisingly delicious upgrades that can help protect your independence and quality of life as you age. So today we're diving deep into 4 of the worst kinds of milk you'll want to avoid, and 4 game-changing alternatives that can help you thrive past 60 and beyond. Now, when we talk about milk, most people immediately think of cow's milk first. It's been a household staple for generations. But the truth is, as we age, our body starts to lose the ability to comfortably digest lactose, the sugar found in dairy milk. And even for folks who don't feel any obvious symptoms, there may still be internal inflammation going on that adds stress to the gut and immune system. Plus, dairy milk often comes with hormones, saturated fats, and sometimes even hidden sugars that can spike blood sugar and contribute to joint discomfort, bloating, and fatigue. The first step to better health? Take a good look at what's in your fridge and ask yourself, is this milk helping me or hurting me? And let's not forget about flavored plant milks. They might seem like a healthier choice, but many of them are loaded with added sugars and gums that do more harm than good. So if you're sipping on vanilla almond milk or sweetened soy, thinking it's doing your body a favor, it might be time to double-check that nutrition label. After 60, your energy, cognition, and mobility all start relying more heavily on every bite and every sip you take. The good news is, we're not here to take away your favorite drinks. We're here to offer upgrades. Because for every milk that drags your body down, there's a smarter alternative that lifts it up. Let's start with one of the most underrated powerhouse options out there, fermented soy milk. Not to be confused with regular soy milk, fermented soy milk has gone through a natural process that actually enhances its nutritional profile. What's so special about it? First off, it's a complete protein. That means it gives your body all 9 essential amino acids it needs to build and repair muscle. And after 60, muscle loss becomes a real issue, one that sneaks up on you faster than you'd expect. Sipping on fermented soy milk daily gives your body the raw materials it needs to stay mobile, maintain strength, and bounce back from injuries faster. But there's more going on inside fermented soy than just protein. It's also rich in isoflavones, plant-based compounds that act like gentle, natural versions of estrogen. And no, that doesn't mean it throws your hormones out of balance. Quite the opposite, actually. Isoflavones can help support bone density, sharpen your memory, and ease the mental fog that sometimes creeps in with age. Especially for women after menopause, this small change can have a surprisingly big impact. And because fermentation makes the nutrients easier to absorb, you're getting more out of each sip than you would with regular soy. Let's not overlook the gut benefits either. Fermented soy milk introduces probiotics into your system, the good bacteria your digestive tract needs to run smoothly. These friendly microbes help regulate digestion, reduce bloating, and even play a role in mood and immune health. If you've ever felt sluggish, foggy, or anxious and couldn't quite pinpoint why, your gut might have been trying to tell you something. Adding fermented soy milk could be one way to reset that balance gently and naturally. And it doesn't hurt that it's incredibly easy on the stomach. No heaviness, no discomfort, just clean, nourishing fuel that supports you from the inside out. Heart health is another major win here. Fermented soy milk contains practically no cholesterol and very little saturated fat. Instead, it offers plant-based compounds that have been shown to help lower LDL cholesterol, the kind that clogs arteries and puts you at risk for heart disease. After 60, protecting your heart becomes more critical than ever. And this is one simple step you can take that supports cardiovascular health without needing to rely solely on medications. Now, I know some folks might be hesitant to try it. Maybe it sounds too unfamiliar, or maybe you're just used to what you've always had. But the truth is, fermented soy milk has a smooth, neutral taste that blends beautifully into whatever you're already drinking. Coffee, tea, even smoothies. Give it a chance and your body might just thank you with better energy, fewer aches, and a stronger, steadier sense of vitality. Coming up next, we're diving into a milk that looks almost too plain to be powerful. Unsweetened almond milk. But don't let its lightness fool you. It may just be one of the most heart-friendly, brain-boosting swaps you could ever make. Let's talk about unsweetened almond milk. Now, some people might glance at almond milk and assume it's just watered-down nuts with no real nutritional punch. But that couldn't be further from the truth, especially when it's unsweetened. What makes unsweetened almond milk so powerful for people over 60 isn't just what's in it, it's what's not. We're talking zero cholesterol, very little saturated fat, and no added sugars. And for anyone watching their blood sugar, blood pressure, or weight, that's already a win. See, as we age, our metabolism naturally starts to slow down. That means it's a little easier to gain weight and a little harder to take it off. Even more importantly, our bodies become more sensitive to sugar spikes, which can lead to fatigue, irritability, and eventually even diabetes. Swapping out regular milk or sweetened plant milks for unsweetened almond milk gives your body something smooth and satisfying without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster ride. But almond milk isn't just a filler. It's naturally rich in vitamin E, one of the most underrated antioxidants out there. Vitamin E helps protect your cells from oxidative stress, which plays a huge role in aging, from skin and eyesight to memory and immune function. It's like a shield for your body at the cellular level. And let's be honest, after 60, that kind of defense becomes more important than ever. Just 1 cup of almond milk can give you up to half your daily vitamin E needs. And that's before we even get into the fortified versions. Most store-bought almond milks today are also fortified with calcium and vitamin D, which means you get bone-supporting nutrients without any of the downsides of dairy. That's critical because bone loss becomes a real concern as we age, especially for women post-menopause. By simply pouring almond milk into your morning coffee or cereal, you could be helping your bones stay stronger, your posture stay taller, and your risk of fractures stay lower. And if you're someone who struggles with digestion, bloating, gas, or that sluggish, heavy feeling after meals, almond milk might be a game changer. It's incredibly easy on the stomach, dairy-free and gentle enough for people with lactose intolerance, IBS, or other digestive sensitivities. You're not getting weighed down with heavy fats or artificial thickeners, especially if you stick with cleaner brands that skip the unnecessary gums and fillers. Always read the label, of course, but once you find a good one, it can be a staple in your routine. Now, I know almond milk isn't for everyone. Maybe you've tried it before and didn't love the texture or the taste. But if it's been a while since you've given it a chance, I'd encourage you to try again. This time unsweetened and unflavored. Use it in your smoothies, overnight oats, or just pour it over a bowl of high-fiber cereal. Its light, slightly nutty flavor works with just about anything, and over time, your taste buds adjust. What once felt bland suddenly starts to taste clean and refreshing. That's your body adapting to real nourishment. But what if you're looking for something a little heartier, something that still skips the dairy but gives you a creamier texture, along with a serious punch of vitamins and minerals? That's where our next powerhouse comes in, fortified oat milk. And this one's rising fast in popularity for a reason. Oat milk is naturally thicker and richer than most plant milks. So if you've been missing the feel of whole milk or half and half in your coffee, oat milk might be your new best friend. But the real beauty of oat milk isn't just in the texture, it's in what it does for your body. First off, oats are loaded with beta-glucans. These are special kinds of soluble fiber that do wonders for your heart. They help lower bad cholesterol, balance blood sugar, and even improve gut health by feeding the good bacteria in your digestive tract. And when oat milk is fortified, which many brands are, it becomes a vitamin and mineral powerhouse. We're talking calcium for your bones, vitamin D for immune and mood support, and even vitamin B12, which is something many people over 60 are deficient in without even realizing it. B12 is crucial for energy, nerve function, and brain clarity. So if you've been feeling extra tired, forgetful, or foggy, and you're not getting enough B12, switching to fortified oat milk might actually help turn that around. Another thing to love about oat milk, it's incredibly versatile. It steams beautifully for lattes, it mixes well into sauces and soups, and it adds a creamy richness to smoothies that feels indulgent but is actually supporting your health. And yes, it's naturally dairy-free and lactose-free, so you're avoiding the inflammation and heaviness that often comes with traditional milk. That's a huge bonus for your joints, your skin, and even your sleep. Now, there's one small thing to watch out for with oat milk, and that's added sugars. Some brands sneak in a surprising amount of sweeteners to make it taste like dessert, so always go for unsweetened versions and check that ingredients list for gums, oils, or unnecessary additives. When you find a clean brand, though, oat milk becomes one of the easiest and most enjoyable health upgrades you can make, especially after 60. Now let's move on to a lesser-known but incredibly powerful option: flax milk. Yeah, flax. You've probably heard of flax seeds, especially when it comes to fiber and heart health, but turning those tiny seeds into milk, that's where it gets really interesting, especially for anyone over 60 looking for a serious health edge without adding stress to their diet. Flax milk is smooth, mild in flavor, and packed with nutrients that your body craves as it ages. What makes flax milk stand out isn't just that it's plant-based or dairy-free, it's the omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, ALA for short. Omega-3s are famous for supporting brain health, reducing inflammation, and improving heart function, but most people think they can only get them from fish. Not true. Flax milk gives you a plant-based source of omega-3s that can help lower your risk of stroke, support your memory, and even protect your joints from stiffness and pain. That's huge when you're navigating the aches and brain fog that often come with getting older. But flax milk goes even further. It's usually fortified with calcium and vitamin D, just like almond and oat milk, so your bones still get the reinforcement they need. And let's not forget, it's naturally free of soy, dairy, gluten, and nuts, making it one of the most allergy-friendly choices out there. So if your stomach reacts to other milks, or if you're just trying to keep your diet as anti-inflammatory as possible, flax milk might be your best bet. And here's something you might not know. Flax milk can actually support your hormonal balance. That's right. Flax contains compounds called lignans, which are natural plant estrogens. They're especially helpful for women post-menopause, but even men can benefit from the hormonal regulation flax provides. Lignans help modulate estrogen levels, support prostate health, and can even play a role in cancer prevention. We're talking real science-backed benefits from a simple glass of milk. Now let's talk taste and texture for a minute, because let's be honest, if it doesn't taste good, you're not going to keep drinking it. Flax milk has a clean, slightly creamy texture, and most unsweetened versions have a neutral taste that blends easily into just about anything. Smoothies, oatmeal, baking, even straight from the glass. It doesn't overpower your food. And since it's usually low in calories but high in nutrients, you can add it to your day without second-guessing your choices. One of the other big wins with flax milk is how gentle it is on your digestion. A lot of people over 60 deal with bloating, constipation, or sluggish digestion, especially when they're eating heavier foods or drinking milk that's hard to break down. Flax milk is naturally light, free from lactose and casein, and it supports regularity thanks to its fiber content, especially if you're drinking a version that still includes a bit of flaxseed meal. So if gut issues are something you quietly deal with, flax milk could be your secret weapon. Another underrated benefit? Blood sugar support. Unlike dairy or sweetened milks, unsweetened flax milk won't spike your glucose levels. That makes it a safe choice for people with prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, or anyone trying to maintain steady energy throughout the day. No crashes, no sugar highs, just consistent, clean fuel that your body can use without struggle. Plus, that balance helps your brain too, keeping you more focused and even-keeled. Let's not overlook the environmental side of things either. If you're someone who cares about the planet you're leaving behind, flax milk is incredibly sustainable. Flax takes less water to grow than almonds or oats, and the production process leaves a smaller carbon footprint than dairy. So in a small way, by choosing flax milk, you're doing something good for your body and something good for the earth. And that matters, especially when we think about the generations coming after us. Now here's a quick tip. When you're shopping for flax milk, look for one that's labeled unsweetened and has added calcium, vitamin D, and B12. That way, you're getting all the support you need for your bones, your mood, and your energy without the hidden sugar or additives. Some brands even add pea protein to boost the nutritional profile, which can help you stay fuller longer and support muscle maintenance, which is so important as we age. So by now you've got fermented soy milk, unsweetened almond milk, fortified oat milk, and flax milk in your toolbox. Each one brings something different to the table, but they all share the same goal: helping your body stay strong, steady, and energized as you age. And none of them come with the drawbacks of traditional dairy: no bloating, no hormone interference, no mucus buildup, and no inflammation dragging you down. In just a second, we're going to talk about how to choose between these options and when it might be best to rotate them or stick with one. But first, let's recap the benefits in plain terms so you remember exactly why these 4 milks deserve a place in your kitchen. Let's go ahead and break it down real simple. If your main goal is gut health, go with fermented soy milk. It's got the probiotics, it's gentle, and it supports digestion from the inside out. Plus, it's got complete protein, which is rare in plant milks. If you're worried about bloating, joint pain, or want to stay regular without any dairy-induced problems, this is your #1 pick. Now, if you're all about heart health, or maybe you've got a family history of high cholesterol or clogged arteries, then almond milk is your go-to, especially the unsweetened kind. It's light, low-calorie, rich in antioxidants like vitamin E, and it's not going to mess with your blood sugar or digestive system. Throw it into your morning routine, and your heart will thank you. Let's say you're tired of feeling tired. You want something that lifts your energy, powers your brain, and gives you lasting fuel. That's where fortified oat milk steps up. Those B vitamins, iron, and slow-burning carbs are perfect for folks in their 60s and beyond. It's satisfying, it's smooth, and it can help fight fatigue while supporting cognitive function. Huge bonus. And of course, if you're trying to ease inflammation, protect your joints, support hormone balance, or just want something clean and reliable, flax milk is your winner. You get the omega-3s, the fiber, the hormonal balance support, and it's super easy on digestion. Especially for people with multiple sensitivities, flax milk is like the all-clear signal for your body. So the real question becomes, should you pick just one, or can you rotate them? Here's the truth. You don't need to stick to one milk forever. In fact, rotating between these 4, based on your needs, your meals, and how you feel, can be the smartest way to give your body what it needs. For example, drink fermented soy milk with breakfast to boost your gut bacteria, then use oat milk in your mid-morning coffee for energy. Pour almond milk over your cereal or granola, and maybe use flax milk for smoothies or light meals in the evening. This way, you're constantly giving your body different benefits without overloading it with one type of nutrient. And hey, let's not pretend any of this has to be hard. All of these milks are available in just about every grocery store now. You don't need to go to some fancy health shop. Just make sure to read the label. Unsweetened is best. Look for calcium and vitamin D fortification, and avoid unnecessary gums or additives if your stomach's a little sensitive. The cleaner, the better. And if you're someone who still loves cooking or baking, these milks slide right in without skipping a beat. Pancakes, muffins, soups, smoothies, coffee, tea, even mashed potatoes. Yup, plant milks work in all of them. And honestly, most people won't even notice the difference in taste once you get used to it. If anything, you'll probably feel lighter after meals and more energized throughout your day. Let's not forget, every little choice adds up. And swapping out regular cow's milk for one of these smart, age-friendly plant milks, that's a big deal. You're not just avoiding lactose or calories, you're actively feeding your brain, your heart, your bones, your digestion. You're making a move that supports long-term health without medications, without side effects, and without struggle. So if you've been on the fence, or maybe you've tried 1 or 2 of these milks but weren't sure if they were doing anything, try again. This time, go in with a plan. Pick the milk that matches your health priority right now. Give it a week or 2, notice how you feel, and then switch it up if needed. Your body's going to respond, maybe with more energy, maybe less bloating, maybe even better sleep or less joint stiffness. It's all connected. And I'll say this too, this isn't just about avoiding the bad stuff in regular milk, it's about embracing what's better. Because your body deserves that, especially after 60. You've earned it. You don't need to settle for things that slow you down or foods that take more than they give. These 4 plant milks are proof that you can age well, feel good, and enjoy your life with choices that are smart, simple, and satisfying. So here's your challenge. Pick one of the 4 milks we talked about today, just one. Replace your regular milk with it for the next 7 days. That's it. Whether it's in your coffee, on your cereal, in your smoothie, whatever you normally do, just swap it. See how you feel. Then come back and try another. Give your body a reason to thank you, because when you start fueling it right, it gives back. In energy, in strength, in peace of mind. That's what this is really about. And if you found this helpful, make sure you stick around. We've got more easy, science-backed ways to upgrade your health after 60 coming up in future videos. Because feeling your best doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to be intentional. And it starts with 1 glass of milk, the right kind. So make the swap, and I'll see you in the next one.